Exactly a week after the diplomat Devyani Khobragade spoke to NDTV in an exclusive interview, marking 1 year since her arrest and strip search in the United States, the IFS officer has now effectively lost the position that she was handling in the External Affairs Ministry in Delhi. Among the reasons, the interview to NDTV and her speaking to the media without taking permission from the Ministry of External Affairs. Khobragade is also under a vigilance inquiry because her children have two passports, Indian and American, a decision she has staunchly defended in her interview to NDTV. Apart from the controversy over what she paid her domestic help, she was also accused of falsifying documents by the judicial panel that investigated the other scam. Well, joining us now, Devyani Khobragade. Devyani, thank you very much for speaking to us. There is administrative action against you which has started. What are the options that you now have? Have you considered resigning from the Foreign Service?
No, there's no question of resigning, Vishnu, and there's nothing to comment upon really, because this is an order that has been communicated officially, so I cannot comment upon it.
Devyani, the fact is that you chose to go on the media. You spoke to NDTV in a very elaborate interview, and one assumes that the External Affairs Ministry feels that you didn't take permission, you are not allowed to speak. Was that a mistake that you had made?
Well, when I speak to the media, I have spoken within the ambit of the conduct rules. The Rule 9 of the CCS conduct rule clearly stipulates that you have to mention that you're expressing your personal views, which is what I did, and also that you do not say anything that can be commented upon as or taken as a negative view of government policy. I haven't done anything like that. In fact, I have been very, very categorical about the support that I've been getting from my ministry, and neither did I say anything that embarrasses relations between the governments. So I haven't violated any conduct rules with regards to speaking to the media.
Right. So are you going to now challenge the action which has been taken against you?
Well, I have at the moment I don't want to comment on it and comment on it. Also, any appealable action, I will appeal wherever I can. If there is an appealable action against me, yes, I will.
Devyani, do you believe that you have been made a political pawn in a sense? 1 year ago, equations between India and the US were very different. But now with Obama visiting, you are in a sense the fall guy.
No comments on that. I cannot comment on policy matters, and I remain within my conduct rules. However, I was always as I call it, an unwilling protagonist in the whole thing, and there isn't much that I could have done even last year or now with respect to being sort of in the middle of this international incident, and it has taken a huge toll on my family.
Devyani, what about relations between India and the United States? Do you believe anything has fundamentally changed from 1 year back to now, which would require you, in a sense, being out of favor?
No comments on that. I cannot comment on Indo-US relations or government policy. Vishnu, you must appreciate that.
Do you feel, I understand.
Yes.
Do you feel hurt by what has happened? In a sense, by being left out? This is a personal thing. Do you personally feel hurt by what has happened?
I still feel that there's a lot of support because this was, again, as I've always said and maintained, and even the government has maintained, this is not an issue about Devyani Khobragade. It's an issue of a case against a diplomat. So no, I don't think that I'm feeling sad or hurt or anything like that. I expect, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of support from the government and my ministry too. Thank you, Vishnu. I'm actually here to speak to school students of my former school.
Another question.
Really, I didn't want to get into this.
I must ask you about. This is the issue, since you are talking about children, it concerns your own children and the passports that they hold. How do your children have two passports?
It is mandated by US laws as well as Indian laws, and minor dependent children are allowed dual citizenship, and I had no other option but to take the US passport to take my children to the US.
Minor mandated children are allowed an Indian passport and an American passport.
Yes, you may please check the rules with FRRO and who actually advise people who come to give up their Indian passport that they can keep 2 passports for their children, provided that the passport of the second nationality they only use to go to that country of their second nationality. And that is what I have done. Every time that, as per Indian laws, you have to, and when you are a citizen, you have to present the passport of your own country at the port of entry. And similarly for the US, I had to present the US passport for entry into the...
All right, Devyani Khobragade staying firm with her beliefs over there that she's done nothing wrong as far as maintaining 2 passports for her children, explaining the circumstances where that has happened, also stating that there is no question of her resigning from the service. Administrative action has been taken against the IFS officer for speaking out of turn in the media, but she says she was doing so in her personal capacity and she continues to do so on this program today.